Today, we will be performing the 1 mile jog and 1 mile walk test in order to obtain an estimated VO2 max value. The equipment you will need is a 400-meter track, pencil and paper, a stopwatch or cell phone, and a heart rate monitor, which is optional. The first test that we will be doing is the 1 mile jog test. The 1 mile jog test is best performed on 18 to 29-year-old men and women, should begin with a 2 to 3 minute warm-up with dynamic stretches. Because this is a sub-maximal test, men should take at least 8 minutes to complete, and women should take at least 9 minutes to complete. Heart rate should be taken immediately after completing the 1 mile jog and should not exceed 180 beats per minute. Here are 4 common dynamic stretches that can be done before starting the 1 mile run. The 4 dynamic stretches seen here is first high kicks, butt kicks, walking lunges, and air squats. These can be repeated as many times as possible in a 2 to 3 minute time period to warm up. Using my stopwatch to keep time, I began my 1 mile run at a sub-maximal and comfortable pace. 1 mile is 4 laps around a standardized 400-meter track. If you do not have a heart rate monitor, heart rate can be taken by palpating either the carotid or the radial artery. I chose to palpate the carotid artery because it is easier to locate for me. Immediately following my 1 mile jog, I took my pulse for 15 seconds and multiplied the number of heartbeats I got by 4. This gave me my heart rate for the 1 mile run. Next, we'll be doing the 1 mile walk test. The 1 mile walk test is best used to assess 20 to 69-year-old men and women. This should be a 5 to 10 minute warm-up, slightly longer than the jog. And this is good to assess sedentary and older individuals. This 1 mile walk test will be completed as fast as the individual can perform it. Again, using my stopwatch to keep time, I began my 1 mile walk. The dynamic stretches that were performed before the 1 mile jog can also be performed before doing the 1 mile walk. Again, this is a sub-maximal test, but this should be done as quickly as possible. Similar to the 1 mile jog, I chose to palpate my carotid artery in order to determine my heart rate. Again, immediately following the completion of the 1 mile, I counted the number of heartbeats in a 15-second period and multiplied that number by 4. This gave me my heart rate for the 1 mile walk test. After completing these tests, it is important to perform a cool down with static stretching. For my cool down, I chose to do a static toe touch, side touches to each side of the leg and down the middle, a quadricep stretch on each leg, and calf stretches to loosen up all the muscles that were used both during the 1 mile jog and 1 mile walk test. Next, we'll be using the times from both tests to get an estimated VO2 max value. Before calculating VO2 max, we must convert our time to minutes. 1 second equals 0.0167 minutes. So for 10 minutes and 47 seconds, we multiply 47 by 0.0167 and get 0.78. Therefore, my time is 10.78 minutes for the run. We do this again for the walk, 54 seconds times 0.0167 and get 0.90. So my time for the walk is 13.90 minutes. To calculate VO2 max for the 1 mile jog, we will use this equation, which requires body weight, time, heart rate, and gender. Males use 1, females use 0. The formula is 100.5 minus 0.1636 times 100 kilograms minus 1.438 times 10.78 minutes minus 0.1928 times 156 plus 8.344. which gives me 46.90 milliliters per kilogram per minute as my VO2 max. For the 1 mile walk test, we will use this formula, which requires gender, weight in pounds, age, heart rate, and time. The formula is 132.853 minus 0.0769 times 220 pounds minus 0.3877 times 22 plus 6.315 minus 3.2649 times 13.90 minus 0.1565 times 150, which gives me 44.86 milliliters per kilogram per minute as my VO2 max for the 1 mile walk.